what major shift have you seen if I talk about, let's say, your emotions, particularly after being in touch with Dr. Lamba?
I tend to not react as much to a lot of different things, and it's definitely made navigating my career also so much smoother.
And that's how we learned, like how just simple tools like surrendering.
In fact, there's today something that clicked in my head, which I probably can talk about in this respect. That
Of course.
Achieving, like I call that like my first era of like creating content and getting a lot of success as well. And I think it was a lot of hustle and a lot of struggle. And I think there was a part of me that really wanted to prove myself.
Out of the 3 retreats, which one was a major turning point for you in your life?
The first one for sure,
Yeah.
Goa, because I was completely like at a very
Low life scenario.
yeah, not a great level in life. And also I was so hungry for just anything, any change, any help. So जो भी वो बोल रहे थे, जो भी हो रहा था, I was very open to it. I did everything.
I've seen you becoming very, very disciplined. So, would you like to share with the audience how did you inculcate this discipline in your life with the meditation, the workout, and being so, dedicated to what you do as a content creator? Because it takes a lot. I know.
Discipline, I think, is an amazing quality. And I actually always had discipline. I wouldn't lie, but it was a very forceful kind of discipline. So on some days I would, whether it's like related to school, I would study 6-7 hours or 12 hours on some days, and then the next day 0 hours, and you're just procrastinating. So वही cycle मेरी जिंदगी में चल रहा था. And even in the hustle phase of my career life, I really pushed myself too much.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Quantum Show. Here we have another episode, which I'm super excited about. So, today we have with us Sejal Kumar, a content creator, singer, and an actor. I find very inspirational every time I go on Instagram and see her stories in the morning. So I'm super excited with this conversation to flow with Sejal.
Hi.
Hi, Sejal. Welcome to the Quantum Show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you made it and you're here with us. So, how has the past 18-month journey with Dr. Ramon Lamba at Life School of Energy and Consciousness been for you?
It's been really transformational. I got in touch with her when I was at a very low point in my life, and I've spoken about it a lot as well. And through doing a friend of mine actually just dragged me along for a Goa trip, which was the first retreat with her. And I just went with an open mind because I wanted to learn and I wanted to grow. And it helped me so much since I joined the course, and it's been amazing ever since.
Absolutely. And I've seen you very closely, where I've seen a major shift in your life. I've seen how you've grown and how inspirational your content is. So I really look up to you, and I'm sure a lot of our audiences also resonate with you.
Thank you.
What major shift have you seen if I talk about, let's say, your emotions, particularly after being in touch with Dr. Lamba? Like how are you able to tap on your emotions in a positive way or in a better way? How are you able to manage your emotions now?
I tend to not react as much to a lot of different things, and it's definitely made navigating my career also so much smoother, because I placed a lot of pressure on achieving and being successful, but I've learned that that'll happen without having so much stress and tension about it. And it's really brought in a positive impact in terms of my work as well.
And that's how we learned, like how just simple tools like surrendering make so much change to our life. Like we don't have to really, even though we are an overachiever, that's one of the most tiring personality traits that one can have. Not forgetting the positive sides of being an overachiever, that's why you are where you are. But it can be sometimes emotionally very tiring to sort of hit your own benchmark, where we set expectations for ourselves and then want to meet every benchmark. So definitely must be tiring for you. I can imagine that.
I mean, in fact, there's today something that clicked in my head, which I probably can talk about in this respect. That
Of course.
Achieving, like I call that like my first era of like creating content and getting a lot of success as well. And I think it was a lot of hustle and a lot of struggle. And I think there was a part of me that really want to prove myself to whoever that void that came in me, because you know I probably want to prove my worth. And उस चीज़ को दबा के फिर उस पे इतना हार्ड वर्क करना इतना मुश्किल लगता है. And today itself I realized that there's a huge part in me which is already successful and just need to acknowledge it,
course.
and then the running can stop.
Yes.
And I don't have to run like a crazy person.
Yes. And you've risen much past all of this, right?
Yes,
So,
definitely.
out of the 3 retreats, which one was a major turning point for you in your life?
The first one for sure,
Yeah.
Goa, because I was completely like at a very
Low
not,
life scenario.
yeah, not a great level in life, and also I was so hungry for just anything, any change, any help. So जो भी वो बोल रहे थे, जो भी हो रहा था, I was very open to it. I did everything. I did all the meditations, literally everything, and I felt such a big
And
impact.
as a student also, I've seen you very sincere. You're always in one of the front benches. You're taking maximum notes, and you know, you ask the most intellectual questions for sure.
Whoa, thank you.
So that's something that I always look up to when I see you asking the questions. They are very, very relevant. I've seen you becoming very, very disciplined. So, would you like to share with the audience how did you inculcate this discipline in your life with the meditation, the workout, and being so, you know, dedicated to what you do as a content creator? Because it takes a lot. I know how much goes in it. So, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Discipline, yeah.
Discipline, I think, is an amazing quality, and I actually always had discipline. I wouldn't lie, but it was a very forceful kind of discipline. Very, if you're not fully 100% perfect, you have to punish yourself. That crazy type of discipline. So on some days, I would, whether it's like related to school, I would study 6-7 hours or 12 hours on some days, and then the next day 0 hours, and you're just procrastinating. So वही cycle मेरी जिंदगी में चल रहा था. And even in the hustle phase of my career life, I really pushed myself too much, and I think I burnt out completely. But this type of discipline is very different, because I realized that if you have a failure per se, it doesn't mean you can get up the next day and continue from where you left off. I wouldn't be able to do that before. So that really, really helped. Ki one apparent failure is not defining you or zeroing your...
Right. Yeah, you can always start from where you left.
Yes. Yeah.
So that makes more sense. Do you meditate every day?
Not every day. So again, like it's a discipline, but it's not perfect looking every day. I think like maybe almost every day is what I can say, but almost every day also is not 1 hour every day. Some days it's 10 minutes also,
Which
but
is
it's
fine.
something.
Yeah.
So, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Perfect. No, that's also, you know, respecting your time. Sometimes you have an early start, sometimes you've had a late night.
Yeah.
So respecting what your body actually feels like doing at that point.
Yes.
As long as you are still connected with your inner self.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes more sense. Relationships. We spoke about emotions and how you were able to tap into your emotions in a much calmer and a better way, and coming from responding and not reacting. So in a similar way, like I would like to talk about how have relationships in the past 1 year maybe changed, or you know, sort of become better for you after taking the course?
Yeah, I actually didn't even know that a successful life is equal to success in relationships, health, and work. Like that itself was a new concept for me, because you know, you always see that either you can be really successful and your health sucks, or you can have great relationships but then your work sucks. So no one really taught us that all three can be
Balance.
balanced and the best possible.
Yes.
And it's good to expect the best possible, and because it's possible, that's what I learned from her for sure on the very first day of the class, and that lit like a light bulb. And of course, relationships is a part of that, which I never considered a part of success before. And definitely relationships with my parents, my family, my partner, my fiance, whatever.
Yeah, congratulations on
Thanks.
that. Yes.
Definitely like lot better, especially in like the personal relationship side, because the black and white mentality also trickled there, that if something goes wrong, then everything is bad.
No.
And you have to, whether then it can't be fixed. But there's nothing like everything is bad. Everything
Yeah.
can be fixed.
Of course. And I've seen you thriving there. So good job on that.
Thank you.
I want to also touch upon your singing. It's very inspirational to see you sing, and that's something that you're really passionate about. So how does that come up for you in your life, your singing passion?
It's like a
It's always
childhood
been
thing.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I used to sing there's a picture of me in the annual day wale kapde when I was like in my nursery school, singing
Yeah.
on stage. Like I did a solo and I had a lot of confidence and I don't even remember it. I just remembered singing, and that it was just like a thing I did. And I was very cool and confident about it. And my mom sings really well. My brother
really?
plays instruments. So that talent is there in my family. But I always loved it since I was a kid.
It's a gifted talent, I can say that.
It's been in my family, so definitely it comes from there. And I've like sung in college, and now I'm writing my own songs.
Oh,
So
nice.
I've worked on it, and I'm expressing my thoughts and emotions through that.
Through songs. Wow,
Yes.
beautiful. Sejal, what would you recommend to content creators like you who are still building up their presence and they want to follow a passion and be dedicated to creating content and providing some legit insight to the audiences? As a content creator, what would you really advise such people?
I'd advise that keep going with whatever you pick, because you feel like giving up if something doesn't work. But give it a good amount of time, of effort, 2 years, 3 years, and then see what you would like to do, whether you'd want to pursue it further or not, because it's like starting a new business. So you shouldn't give up on it so quickly, because everybody has a creative spark in them, but they feel demotivated when they don't see the result, and which I obviously relate with, but
Yeah.
it's not a reason to give up.
Yeah.
Because if you really love sharing your art, and that's the main point of creating content
Yeah.
for me, to share what I love creating. I love the work of it a lot.
Yeah. And do you feel that if we talk about energies, when you had started creating content, it was much easier to establish your presence and, being seen as compared to now? Like, there is so much available. Like, whenever you go on Instagram, almost everyone or every second reel is about some content. So how would you say like one should have their presence?
Like when I started off, there was literally nothing. I had
Yeah.
to tell people what a YouTube channel is. Like, so that had its own,
How many years ago was this?
like 10 years ago.
Okay.
So there was like nothing, like zero. But I really liked what I was doing. Plus, I saw people in the West doing it, and I saw that the industry evolved a lot. So I had a faith that this will happen here as well. So that was a different challenge. Like, it took me like a year to get 4,000 subscribers of after consistent posting, क्योंकि लोग ही नहीं थे देखने वाले.
Consumers.
हाँ, मार्केट ही नहीं था.
Yeah.
तो उसका अलग चैलेंज है, but it prepares you in terms of skills, in terms of patience, and then you get like a core community, which I think is great. Now like I only see the advantages because you can grow so fast, and that is such a great thing. You can make money faster, and there's always scope to grow. I know that people say
Absolutely.
that there's a saturated, but I don't even focus on these things.
Yeah.
I turn a blind
Yeah.
eye to it completely.
No, great. Thanks for sharing that. Now, you just spoke about consistency and how consistent you were when it came to creating content. You believed in yourself 100%. So, when you say consistent, how much dedication does it really need to be a content creator?
It needs a lot of dedication for sure. Like I used to post like long form videos twice a week consistently, Mondays and Fridays, for 5 years. No misses, zero misses. But that's also a crazy hustle thing,
It
which I'd
is.
like to point out, which was amazing. It got me a beautiful result. However, like I had to recalibrate myself to look at growth in a different way. And now I'm doing that. Instead of trying to see where I'm less, I'm trying to see where I'm more, and then just go from there. Like, not focus on my weaknesses as much as I focus on my strengths. So that's the advice I would give people now also. I don't think you need to have that crazy hustle. If you create something, even if it's one piece of content in a week, if it's very good,
Meaningful. Yeah.
if it helps people see themselves in what you're making, I think even that much is enough.
Resonance.
Yeah, resonance. And I've realized that आप जिस intention से बना रहे हो वो भी बहुत matter करता है, क्योंकि if there's a innocence and abandon to what you're making, people really connect with it. But if you have a lot of expectation कि नहीं ये तो चलना ही चाहिए, and तो फिर वो रुक जाता है कहीं ना कहीं.
That's also the energies of the planet right now. If we talk about the 5D, we can only create out of inner power and not out of external force. So if we are putting a lot of force into something, the result is definitely not going to be what you expected. Whereas when you do it in a very fluid way and let it flowing and just surrender, but after putting in your 100%, you'll see the results really that you wanted, and the audience sees it as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's like wo kaam karo, phal ki chanta mat karo. My mom used to tell me that a lot.
Yes, absolutely. So, Sejal, with change happening on the planet, change is everywhere, and it's the only constant. You spoke about the long frame content that you used to shoot earlier, and I'm absolutely loving the short 1 minute movie that you have come up with. So, what was the idea behind this? Like shifting from the long format to the 1 minute movie, which is doing great, I believe.
Yeah, and thanks for acknowledging that. I actually have evolved completely in my journey as being a creator. I used to do a lot of fashion and lifestyle videos, and I built my core audience around that. And I also sang, and I also used to act. I've acted in a show as well, which was on Netflix and Z5. So those have been such like deep passions. But in the pandemic, I realized that I really want to zero in on my acting and my music bit, because that's my core passion. And I think the fashion lifestyle, I've saturated it and कर लिया मैंने, निचोड़ लिया जितना निचोड़ सकती हूँ. And in doing that, you take a little bit of a risk as well. You want to evolve, but I think that evolution is something that's so important.
Of course.
You feel scared, but I think it's the best decision you can make for yourself. And I've learned from coming here that when you want to get to the next level, because I knew that that next level for me belongs in where I am currently and where I'm going to go, there had to be a little bit of discomfort. Okay, people may be not resonating with you currently, you may be losing some followers, this and that, but that's okay, and that's a part of it.
As long as you know, the end goal is something bigger than what you were already doing.
Yeah, so, like this thing that she talked about called terror barrier.
Yes.
Like for you to reach to your next level of success, or who you see yourself as being, your true self, sharing your true things, there will be things that scare you a lot, because it's not something you're used to, like people not resonating with you or people telling you that this is bad, but you have to let that go.
And you have to face it, right? While you spoke about the terror barrier, I want to ask you, what were the major tools that you're going to take away after this 1.5 year program with you? Something that really worked for you, something that you would go back and refer to it every time you needed to be in your power.
I use the daily meditations, that's for sure. Then there's EFT tapping,
Yes.
which is helpful. Sometimes if I feel a little lazy about that, then I just try to feel the emotion I'm feeling, which I think has been the most helpful. Like and a lot of people tend to suppress our emotions a lot. And just letting yourself feel them makes you realize that it's not really that scary, and we were trying to compensate with 10,000 things, which are actually so much harder than just feeling that emotion.
Yeah. Expectations, how do you deal with that? Because you're at a position, or at a you have a certain presence on Instagram where I'm sure you have to manage expectations, and a lot of people look up to you. So how do you deal with managing expectations? Because that is also very tiring in general.
It used to tire me before, but I genuinely don't try. I don't care anymore.
You just flow.
Yeah, I'm just here to make things that I want to make, and that's it. I just don't care about it anymore. And I think it's because of the time I've spent here. Like, I still am working on a lot of things, obviously, as everybody is, but the expectation thing wo khatam ho gaya hai.
Wow, that's a major gain, I would
Yeah,
say.
wo ho gaya khatam.
Because everyone working so hard, and they have a certain following, and their audience is looking up to them each day. Okay, what's next? What's happening? And I'm sure there are people who resonate with you. There are people who don't resonate with you.
Yes.
But you got to choose wisely what you're doing, and
yeah, it's like a balance of both. Like what people will also like, and then what you also like. It's like a balance of both.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I also look at it as it's a part of my life. It's just my work, so
Yes.
it's okay to not be so crazy about it.
Yes.
Also,
Yes. I like what you said. It's only a part of your life.
Yes.
And we have to stop making it our entire life.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Now I've built up to I've been doing this for a while, so people are really supportive, the old OG people who've been with me. So sometimes, they come up to me. Like yesterday I was shopping and someone came up to me and she was like, I love the old version of you. And I was like, oh wow, that is something that would weigh me down before ki, oh shit, someone identifies with an older version of me. Kya karu main 5 saal pehle wali thodi ban sakti hu. But I actually thought about it a little bit more, and I realized that maybe what someone means is that they related with that they love that version of themselves that connected with me at the time. They probably missed that version of themselves, and that's okay.
They saw themselves in you, because the field is actually a mirror,
Yes, exactly. And same thing, if I really identify with nostalgic music, for example, like Dostana music,
Oh, yeah.
Jaane Kyu. So we love that. We miss the summer vacations. We miss sitting in the morning, sofa pe baithe hue hain, subah subah TV dekh rahe hain, summer vacations. That's what I remember. I remember the freeness of the life at that time. Doesn't mean I want Priyanka Chopra to go back to that version of herself, or time to turn back.
And that's not even possible.
It's weird. It shouldn't happen like that.
Yeah.
So everybody is allowed to evolve, and also in some phases people will connect with you, and in some phases people won't, and that's okay.
And how have you, that you would say, have evolved as a family after doing self-work yourself, and, telling your nears and dears, your close circle, about how self-work has helped you, and then engaging them with you? Because I feel this journey is not alone. Self-work really has multiple benefits when it's done along with your people you love, your immediate family. So how did that evolution look for you? Was it easy for your parents to resonate with the new Sejal?
Yeah, that's such a good question. They actually always had, parents of that generation always find it difficult to deal with, oh, anxiety ho rahi hai, arey chill karo na. So, but they've been very open since through the course. I've been telling them all the stuff that I've been learning, and they in fact went for one of the retreats too. So since after that, I see that they are really receptive to things that I'm saying, and plus they make an effort to listen and just be there, which is huge. And the very fact that they even went for a retreat is huge.
Yeah.
So it's helped a lot.
And
for
they
sure.
had their breakthroughs, their takeaways from the retreat.
Yes, 100%.
Do you discuss it as a family? Like, do you discuss what breakthroughs they had, how you evolved, and sort of bring it together on a dinner table conversation?
No, not yet. Maybe with my mom a little bit. Sometimes with my dad when he's feeling the feels.
Yeah.
But maybe just a few times with him.
Yeah.
With my mom, yes,
You
she
discuss.
shares a
Nice.
lot.
It's also about like how men are not very open with their emotions.
Yeah.
And we as women feel like we can very freely share our emotions, especially if it's a mother and a daughter relationship.
Yeah, they feel that they see it as a weakness. So that's I hope that he opens up sometime.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Sejal, let's talk about my favorite topic, manifestation, and how you were able to manifest a new life that you said, a new Sejal for you.
Yeah. I love the idea of manifestation. In fact, I also was manifesting as a child. I'd say that for sure, because a lot of things that I don't know where I learned this from, but even from 6th grade, I used to think one scenario in my head with so much like clarity and intensity, and it used to happen for me. So I thought I'm like a wizard or something, like कि जो मैं चाहती हूँ वो
It's magic.
होएगा ही मेरे लिए. So I always had that belief, and but I think there were few things, that there are a few things that get mixed up with that. But I always thought कि school से निकलते I will do something like very faru in life, and I'll do that, I'll do something different. And I got to create a career in this field, which was so unheard of at the time. And I got a lot of success very early on. So that also was manifested. And I also feel that I did work hard, but a lot of it just happened so beautifully for me, because I truly believe that मेरे लिए तो होना ही है. मेरे लिए ये होना ही है जो मैं चाह रही हूँ. And a lot of things, like each and everything, maybe it didn't happen in the timeline that I wanted, but it all happened. For example, I really wanted to be in Forbes magazine. I don't know how, but some way. I saw someone else on it. I was like, wow, yaar, kabhi mere liye, and just like forgot about it. And for 3 years later, or maybe something like that, someone told me in my team, you should apply for Forbes 30 under 30. The list is coming up. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know iske liye apply karna hota hai. So I applied, and I actually got a special mention in the list. So
that's great.
That time I was thinking, ki yaar, from making like lifestyle videos, how the hell did I like land up here? And I had nobody telling me in my like close circle that I was smart enough to be here. But I just believed in myself, so I got here somehow. And that was, I feel, that type of manifestation, and what I've learned here in the course is so different, but rooted in similarity in terms of you have to let go of your shadows or like things that hold you back. For example, my need to prove to other people, you have to let go of that. Self-doubt. And so many other things to be able to jump that next space.
So if I talk about manifestation today, of course, like a 5-year-old, you imagined and it almost happened, which is a core principle of manifestation. But if I talk about manifesting something now, what practices do you do? How do you actually practice manifestation, if I ask you now?
We just made that one like vision board
Yes.
in the beginning of the year.
Yes.
I did it last year too.
Yeah.
and this year as well. And then I've kind of forgotten about it. Last year, I was visualizing very sincerely every day, but there was a lot of fear attached to that too. कि नहीं full intensity से करना है, नहीं एक भी doubt का thought आ गया तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. But अभी मैंने थोड़ा छोड़ दिया है उसको. That's also good. Like it's in the back of my mind.
Of course.
But मैंने छोड़ दिया है उसे.
Yeah.
एंड उसमें से एक चीज़ तो हो गई ऑलरेडी, शायद 2 हो गई, अभी एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ होने भी वाली है, तो वो हो रही है, तो दैट इज देयर.
Nice. And with that, I want to add here that recently coming back from the Goa retreat, and when we do the trust and surrender exercise, the first thing that we learn here is the biggest miracles happen when we actually trust and surrender to the universe and not keep obsessing over it and, you know, putting a lot of logic and questioning to it. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, कब होगा, and all of that. So just simply surrendering to the universe and keep doing your actions, and manifestation happens almost magically.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually so much easier than we make it out to be with our gaji buji, as she says.
Yes, yes. Sejal, with your manifestations, I would want to ask you, in your near future, what are your plans? What do you intend to do as a singer, as a content creator? What's on your mind? What are we expected to see?
Yeah, I have more songs coming up, of course.
Exciting.
That's super exciting. And I am doing some very cool projects. Abhi hi you'll see soon. And uske alawa, I'm working on a new like business and more 1-minute drama episodes, like bigger and better.
Wishing you more power, more success.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you were here sharing some soul deep conversations with our viewers. And we're always looking up to you to provide more content, sharing super exciting stuff.
Thank you.
So keep it up.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sejal. You can subscribe to our channel for a lot more such content, informative videos, a lot of healing modalities that we will be sharing. If you want some particular topics to be discussed, write comments below in the comment section and we will come up with podcasts on those topics. Thank you. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.